All right, today I'm going to be doing a review on this Mucar 892BT car scanner. I'm looking forward to this device actually to be able to test and see what's going on with my truck, see if there's anything wrong with it. It does come with a nice it's kind of a hard shelled protective case to it. So you open it up, it does have a protective cover. This does come with a touch screen, which is a LCD 8-inch touchscreen, and it has a Bluetooth enabled diagnostic connector with it, which is attached to the back, and you can just take it right off, and then easily stores on the device by magnet, which is pretty cool. Also has a stand with it as well that you pop out like so you can put it on your workbench while you're doing a scan and being able to touch the screen. So this Mucar 892BT is an automotive diagnostic device powered by the Android operating system. It is equipped with the 8-inch touchscreen and a Bluetooth-enabled diagnostic connector. The device supports comprehensive ECU and diagnostics for over 100 vehicle brands, offering functions such as DTCs, reading and clearing, real-time data reading, actuation tests, ECU coding, and other specialized features. This also has lifetime updates as well, which is a major plus in this category of a tool, because many manufacturers of these require you to pay for the ongoing updates for software. This does come with different plugs to be able to charge them, so depending on what part of the world you are in, they will accommodate different outlets. It has a USB cable with it, another device that connects the USB to it, and also has a network cable with it as well. That's in the back part of the lid, which I won't be needing that for my truck. So depending on the vehicle you have, they have your bases covered to be able to connect to it. So to power up this device has the power button on the top part right here. Press and hold it to turn it on. So while it boots up, I will go ahead and get it connected to internet and to run any updates, and then I'll bring you back and we'll do a scan on my truck and see how it is. So you're greeted with the welcome screen, and you select your language, in which the manual does come in multiple languages to choose from to read through the manual with. And it has a detailed manual of what to do and go through. And this does say, it comes up with a screen that says you can obtain product information, technical support, and after sales service through online customer service. They have a little icon right up here that you can touch and then contact customer service that way. And it does have the charger that has the different charging ports depending on where you are in the world. It is easy to switch out. It basically has these tabs on the side on each corner, and then you just line it up where there's the opening on the charger itself. Press down and then down like that. And then to release it, you just hit the little press button or push button right there where it says push to release it and pull up and out. Pretty easy and simple to do. It has the USB port right there, so you could charge up the device through the USB-C port on the top part of the scanner. So the functions that it does have an auto search function that is on the home screen, and you can go to enter it. It does automatically identify the vehicle's brand, model year, and other information, allowing quick access to the vehicle's system for diagnostics, which I'm not connected yet, so we'll get it connected to the truck and then we'll try it out. And it also has built-in speakers for different sounds. Okay, so now I have the device connected to the OBD port. I'll put the key in the ignition. I have the ignition turned on, but not the truck fully started. We'll do the auto search, see how it does. It's connecting, it's doing the VIN scan, confirming it is a Ford F-150 2021. Let's do an automatically search. So I have to turn the ignition switch to on position number 2. So let me do that. I only have it on number 1. All right, I have a number 2 position, so hit OK. They want to confirm that the information is correct. So I thought I had it connected to Wi-Fi, which I don't. And it does have a Wi-Fi indicator right up here. And to connect to Wi-Fi, you want to go under the More options on the top menu, under Settings, enter Settings, then you set your Wi-Fi that way. So I already did that. Go back to Diagnose on the top menu there. I have the vehicle in the number 2 position to read the port. It's connecting. It's a USA Ford, so I'm selecting that model. We'll do it automatically search. It's already on position 2. Confirm that it's a correct vehicle. Something like this would be great to have, especially if you do any kind of work on vehicles, and just to see if you do your own maintenance on vehicles, as well as if you're considering buying a used vehicle. You want to take your scanner with you and scan the vehicle you're considering purchase, especially on a used one. It's highly recommended for any vehicles that have the OBD port. Anything over your, I think it's 1996 and newer, will have one. So now it's prompting me to select my engine, which I have the V8 5-liter, 10-speed automatic transmission. The other thing that's cool about this scanner is that you can also program electronic keys for your vehicles as well. So if you lose a key and want to replace it or even add one, you can do so with this. So you can see it's spinning, loading. It's at 68% now. Another thing that's nice is that they have an online network of people on there you can submit questions to if you're running into problems with your vehicle. And if you want to bounce ideas off of others or even get advice from others, you can do so. So I want to do health report. So there's a problem that I already know I have in the vehicle, and that is the inverter module. I think I might have a blown fuse in it. So it does come up with that. Body control module, BCM, abnormal, which is the DC AC inverter module. It says continuous. Let me click on that and see what it does. It does have an AI analysis. So it says AI analysis. For more information, please click on the AI analysis button below or the Google search button. So you can search Google for the problem or AI analysis. Let's try the AI analysis and see what it comes up with. So basically the AI comes up with the description of what possibly is a problem. It says let's break down the code. B is body 1330, a specific fault within the body control module, BCM, or a related system. This number points to a general area. And then it has 0.9a. This suffix provides more specific details about the nature of the fault. The 9a part often indicates a problem with a sensor or an actuator. This is an even more specific subcode. The 0.08 frequently relates to signal invalid, circuit failure, or an out of range condition. So it has the code, and it says most commonly points to a fault in the occupant classification system, OCS, specifically related to the passenger seat weight sensor or its circuity. The system is detecting an invalid, implausible signal from one of its sensors. The OCS is the system that determines if an adult or child seat is in the passenger seat to decide whether to enable or disable the passenger airbag. Then it has a step-by-step diagnostic guide. Basically, I can go through all that. And then I can click on was it helpful or not helpful. I'll just put helpful for now. I'm going to X out of this and then see what else it came up with. It has heating, ventilation, air conditioning and cooling, HVAC, recirculation, damper motor. Let's see what that problem is. Still loading the AI analysis that I selected. So it came up with a mechanical failure in that system, commonly relates to the restraints control module, also known as the airbag control module, specifically B1083 points to a fault in the driver's seat position sensor. So that's just more technical. Not sure what that has to do with the heat. Mentioning the driver's seat position sensor, it doesn't make sense. So I'll put not helpful. Alright, so let's take a look at what else. Has something with the instrument panel cluster, IPC, invalid data received from accessory protocol. Image processing module A, the rear camera 2. I'm going to go ahead and do a Google search on that, see how the Google search is. This is Chrome won't run without Google Play services, which are not supported by your device. So it must be something else I have to set up. So it comes up with like a F-150 forum, bed camera issues, community of Ford truck fans. So I can start searching for possible issues, which my rear camera actually works pretty good. So I'm not sure which one's the problem actually. This truck does have the 360 cameras on it, so maybe it's another one that I don't use that often. So that's the thing, you could do the searching on Google for the related problem. And then to exit the browser, I just swiped from the right side over to go back to the diagnostics. So there is an option to clear the DTCs. You do a report, you can do a rescan on it. So the other systems you can do for scans, I did the health report. You can do a system scan, a system selection. So if there's a specific thing you want to look into, common special function and special function encoding. So those are the options that give you for scanning. Let's see what special function has. So you could do enable engine sound enhancement and active noise control, reset the accessory protocol interface, the APIM, the speaker audio test. You can do a steering angle reset, brake reset, battery matching, ABS bleeding, electric throttle relearn, TPMS reset database, immobilizer reset, Windows calibration, tire reset, engine power balance monitoring, crank position sensor, adaptive learning, relative compression sensor, then the programmable module installation, PMI. I'm doing a system scan now. It tells me everything that is equipped with as far as the different systems. So I wish to exit. There's also a manually reset key fob. You select your vehicle. So they have the MU AI Intelligent Assistant. It's capable of answering various questions you have, providing more knowledge about automobiles and maintenance and care, and even offering assistance in work and study, becoming your personal AI assistant. Tips: if you need customer service assistance, please consult our online customer service instead of AI. There's the Dollar Fix community. It's a social media platform suitable for every car enthusiast. You can participate in hot topics, post, and browse interesting and useful content, as well as create and join favorite communities on Dollar Fix. You can give feedback. If you encounter any problems during the vehicle diagnostics, you can provide feedback to the Mucar team, and we will analyze and help you solve the problem. Then you can do a saved report. The saved diagnostic report can be viewed and shared. So it looks like you can email it possibly. You can pull up the history. You can view the diagnostic records and quickly access previously diagnosed vehicles. The OBD supports read fault code clear. You can clear the fault code, freeze frame, IM readiness, data stream, O2 sensor monitor, onboard monitoring, test, control, operation of the onboard component, vehicle information and other functions, and diagnose. So those are the different options there. Tap on diagnose, select the type of vehicle, and you go that route as well, which you don't have to do if you did the auto search or it connects to the scanner by itself. It's currently loading still. And you can also manually reset service. So you go through and select the vehicle. So many different functionalities to it. I like it has the stand, so you're able to put it on a surface like the tonneau cover that I have it on. So it works easily, so you don't have to be sitting in the vehicle and holding on to the device. This does feel like a pretty solid unit. It does have nice gripping to it on the sides, so it should be easy to grip onto, especially when you're in a shop type environment. It has the Mucar logo on the sides. I think for the price compared to other scanners, this is going to be competitively priced. Actually cheaper than many other scanners out there that are of this caliber. So something like this I would definitely recommend. I will have a link to this in the description. And just to get full disclosure, Mucar did send this out to me to do a review on it, but I'm not sponsored by them. They wanted me to give an honest review of this device and see what it's like. And going through it, it seems pretty intuitive as far as going through the steps of doing the scan. It's not complicated at all to set up and go through the process of scanning. And then obviously they make it easy to either search on Google for what the possible solutions are, or using AI. And as we advance in technology, AI is going to take over everything basically, and will be easier to diagnose the problem of the vehicle and perhaps get to the exact root cause of it and create the solutions as far as what needs to be done to correct whatever problem you're having. And being that this comes with lifetime updates, that in itself is well worth the price versus other scanners out there that are even double in price that does not have lifetime updates. You have to pay for the updates whenever they happen. So if you happen to enjoy this review on the process of setting this up and running through a scan and then pulling up the searches, I appreciate if you give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more of these review videos as well as DIY tips, tricks, and tool deal videos. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.